Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking you through this sideboard makeover. It's super retro and mid-century modern design and I love it so much. I hope you love it as much as I do. So let's get into how I created it.
What is up? I'm in my overalls, which can mean only one thing. I am upcycling a sideboard today. This sideboard was turned down by the charity shops because there was too much water damage on the veneer, which I think is crazy because I would love to buy pieces that are in bad nick and bring them back to life if the price reflects that. I'm finding that things in the charity shops these days are crazy prices. I am just not going to be able to afford them. So yeah, a lot of times I'm looking in charity shops and I'm like, no, I want free 99. So this piece was going to be thrown out, so saved it from landfill and yeah, bringing it back to life. This piece had a lot of water damage on the veneer, as I said, so I've removed all the veneer from the top and kept the veneer on the sides but primed the whole outside of the unit. You'll see what I mean in a minute. And then I'm going to paint design on the front. There is some water damage on the front, but I'm hoping that the design will sort of mask that a bit. Here's hoping. But yeah, stick with me and let's get into it.
Okay, so here is the piece before. As you can see, a lot of water damage on the front there. You can see some dripping down. There was also insane water damage on the top, which lifted off all of the veneer, so I had to remove that. To remove it, I just used a wet cloth and an iron, and I held the iron on it until it got really hot and then used a scraper to just remove the veneer that way. Then I gave it a good sand to make sure all of the glue was gone. Gave it a good wash down, and then I used a primer that seals tannins in because the wood was, I wasn't sure if the wood would stain through a primer, so always better safe than sorry. So here it is with the primer on. I just rolled it on with a 2 Fussy Blocks roller, and now it's on to the fun bits. So in order to start my design, I decided to tape up the entire front of this piece. Yes, it's excessive. Yes, it may be seen as a waste of masking tape. But the thing is, I wanted to draw the design onto the piece itself. I didn't have a plan going in, so I sort of wanted to see it in real time, draw the design on, and then cut out the parts that I want to apply paint to. So yeah, this was the easiest way to do that, and also it meant that I'd be able to roll some of the bigger shapes and get a really smooth finish on all of the different designs that you'll see me do later. So I had done something similar to this design on a bunch of flower pots before, and I've just gotten really into this pattern that I've been making, so I decided to do it on a piece of furniture, and I was really excited to see it come to life in a bigger way. So once I had applied all the masking tape, I gave it a good rub down. Then I used a pencil to draw on my design. Oh, there I am, turning the camera around by mistake. And then I used a Sharpie to finalize the design because the pencil marks were all just all over the place. And then I would just use like a craft knife to cut out the shape and remove the shape so that I could then paint in. And then all the masking tape is the background, I guess, which is going to be wood, and then the rest of this video is going to be me peeling off the tape. But yeah, so I painted then obviously all the shapes. I used a clear primer. It's a clear stain blocking primer by Dixie Belle. Is it Dixie Belle? Which I find really good at just sealing the edges and making sure you've got a really crisp line. Then I say that as there's a tiny bit of bleed through here, which is breaking my heart. But yeah, so just make sure you're getting a really crisp line, and it's also sealing in any tannins. The other thing as well is that a lot of these colors, as you can see, were yellow. They took a lot of coats, but because they were only a small area, it didn't take me long. But yeah, just bear that in mind if you're doing a lot of yellow, it needs a lot of coats. I'm so sorry that the footage is so dark here, but it's just I was so too excited to remove the masking tape and see what it looked like underneath. I guess with designs like this, you never know exactly what it's going to look like until you remove all the tape so you can see it. Obviously, you have an idea in your head, but it is always exciting to actually see it. So I was too excited and I did this late at night, as you can probably tell. But I really hope you enjoy all this masking tape peeling. Have to shout out this colour. This is Electric Blue by Yes Colours. I have this under my stairs and it's just the most joyous colour. Love it so much. And I really think this makes the whole piece pop actually. So yeah, love this colour so much. Now it's on to the big reveal. Here's a reminder of the plan I had for the sideboard, and now I will show you how it ended up. I'm so happy with how this piece turned out. I still love it all these weeks on. Usually sometimes I can get a bit bored of pieces. You can also see I painted actually the surround carcass in like a deep blue. I really think that like frames it really nicely. I also sealed, all the colours were sample pots, so I sealed it all in varnish, and then I used a teak oil to revive the rest of the piece, and all the water damage from the front is gone. So happy with how the wood came back to life. It looks brand new. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So happy with it. And yeah, I just love how this looks in my sitting room. I think it really adds some colour. Make sure to subscribe to check out my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and join me here next time for some more colour. Talk to you soon.